Right, ladies and gentlemen, back here, still in Jamaica I should say, 2025, myself, I'm Rudy Cooley with Don Sinclair. Today on this lovely, glorious sunny day, we are in Music Town Studio in Kingston, and I'm with none other than
Mikey General.
One and only Mikey General. Thank you so much, a real pleasure to have your time today.
Blessed Lord, thank you, man. It's a pleasure.
Right. Okay, so what I normally do is I go into a set of questions, quick fire questions, to get understanding of your history, where you're coming from, your journey, your goals, your aspirations for the future. But this time I'm actually going to do it differently. I see you holding the Don Sinclair UK Sound System Heritage
book. First edition.
Right. I've literally watched him read this for a good couple of hours, and it'd be great just to get your thoughts on it. What do you think? You know, what are your thoughts in terms of what we could do going forward? You know, adding to it. What your highlights of this? Because I understand you did share. He's learnt a lot from it as well. So
all right. Let me tell you the honest truth. This book, you know, it's very surprising to see it, because I didn't know anything about it. And the songs that you have there, I mean, the sound systems, you know, it's phenomenal. Because you know, I heard about some of them like Duke Vin and thing, and you know, when I went to England in the 80s, I remember him talking about Netherlands chant and all of those songs, and Duke Vin and all those songs. You know, they're talking about the history of music in England. So, you know, this book is a very good book. What I said to Dan Sinclair is that if you really got a full edition of this book, it would be like this thick, because to the amount of sound systems that I know there are in England. You know what I mean? I didn't even see King Tubby's. I don't see King Tubby's is in this. No, I don't see Stergab neither. The Chabayot there, and all in the sound there, you know, those songs are foundation songs. So, you know, yeah man, it's a great book, you know, and I know this is like the first edition. This book can have up to 100 editions, I'm telling you, to the amount of sound systems in England.
Okay, lovely. Thank you for that feedback. And of course, yes, there will be many more editions going to follow.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to move on to some quick fire questions. Okay.
No problem.
It'll just be great that you know kind of share as much as you can about yourself, and obviously relate to the questions. You know. So it'll be great for you to first of all to talk about at what age you started in music and who inspired you.
Well, I started in music from when I was very young. You know, I used to sing with sound systems. My mother said she couldn't leave me with people because I used to cry a lot. So I think that was voice training.
Right. So, warmed up your vocals, got it in your lungs and everything, right?
So that was one of the reasons. And so, you know, I've been singing since I really know myself, and I used to sing the songs that I hear on the radio first. Right. You know, one of my favorite songs as a little youth was Desmond Decker's song. Wake up in the morning, gazing for bread. When every mouth shall be fed. Oh, poor Israelite. You know, we didn't really know the words to turn big. Right. Big people. You know? Yeah. But that was one of my favorite songs. And when I was a little young youth in the 60s. Very young, and so you know, I used to imitate the songs. Then I remember my school choir. I used to go to a school called St. Richard's Primary up by the Reynolds Road there, you know, and then you know my neighbor had a sound system also, and I would sing on the sound system. So I became interested in music from a very, very young age, you know, and you know. I just, when I reached a certain age, you know, I just decided that, you know, this was what was my life. Right. So I just stick into it, you know.
So how would you describe your music? And I guess obviously you write your music as well.
My music is inspirational music to uplift and educate the people, and I mean, that's the type of music. Roots rock reggae, but I also will dabble in other genres of the music. But mostly roots rock reggae, because like Bob Marley and Peter Tosh and all those great ones who came before us. I want to inspire my people, you know? So that's what I'm doing.
So what was the first single you ever went out and actually used your money and
God, I can't remember, you know, no, because I
guess it would have been vinyl, so.
Yeah, vinyls from those. I can't remember buying a record because I was always singing, so I wasn't really interested in the selecting part of the thing, you know?
So you mentioned the school you went to earlier.
St. Richard's Primary.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you have happy memories from school and, you know?
Well, you know, I think that is where I learned my craft, you know, because there was a music teacher named Miss Dunn, and you know, and she would give the rudiments of the music, like do re mi fa sol la ti do, and you know, you did it like for 2 hours just singing the scales up and down the scales.
Yeah.
And you know, I was like part of the school choir, so when they did plays or any events, I would be there to sing. You know what I mean? So, you know, it played a very important part in my career, building me as a singer, learning about key and all those stuff. Yeah.
And it's great to hear that the teacher actually supported you, so I'm guessing she recognised you had talent.
Yeah, she did, you know, she did. She supported me, but there was a lot of big singers at that school, so I was just only one of them, you know.
Like who? Anyone that we would know, maybe?
No, not really, but you know,
just strong singers.
Strong singers, yeah.
What's your favourite album by another artist?
Well, there are a couple albums that I like. You know, there's Luciano with His Life. There's another singer named Tucson, Liberator.
Right.
He has an album called Black Gold. That's a very good album. Right. You know, Bob Marley album is like what I used to listen to that when I was younger. Africa Unite and all those songs. You know what I mean? You know, Horace Sandy was one of my favorite singers. Barrington Levy, one of my favorite singers as well. So there are many singers that, you know, I would listen to their music.
Right.
Yeah.
So did you actually start on a sound?
Yeah, well, no, I started in the choir as I told you, but my neighbor had a sound system, and whenever I play music, would I go and sing for the sound and thing, you know. And then there was a sound across the road from which part we used to do a place named Akiwak and Wolpa sound. So we'd go over there and sing, and you know, it's like that's where I really got my way, because I used to sing a lot of cover songs. And I remember going over there and the man said, boy, you can't sing the original. So I learned to sing original, you know, make up songs and right on the spot and all them things there. You know what I mean? That's where I get the spontaneity from. Okay.
And I've mentioned sound systems, but who are your top 3, should I say, favourite sound systems?
Top 3 favorite sound system. I would have to say Sturga, Saxon, and there's a sound. Coxsone would have unite too. Coxsone, you know what I mean? In the UK sound, Jamaica, Sturga, Storlove, and Black Scorpio. I used to love Black Scorpio.
Nice, that's a nice selection there. Alright, so if you could work with any artists out there, who would that be?
In reggae?
Anyone that you think of that you perhaps had to work with? Or even if they're not around anymore, is there anybody that you think I would have liked to have worked with this person?
Well, there's some great artists I would have liked to work with. Probably, you know, even Peter Tosh. You know, I like his style of singing and thing. You know, but you know, my voice would have contrast with this because he's a deeper tone singer. But man, there are many singers, you know, but I've done quite a few songs with Luciano and other artists like that. But you know, one of my favorite artists of all time is Lauryn Hill. So I always say I would love to do a song with Lauryn Hill.
Right. Interesting choice again. Right. Okay, so where have you last played? What's the last event you've done? You've done anything recently?
Yeah, the last event was last week, Thursday. I was at Dancehall Thursday with me and Luciano. Before that, it was at Dancehall Thursday when they did the live band with Admiral Tibet and Capleton and some more artists. I was like the opening act and things, so it was very good. And there was another show named Mama Africa Fest in St. Thomas in February as well. Man, we've been working, we've been promoting our stuff.
Nice. And in all the places you've played over the years and you've performed, etc., is it anywhere specific that you remember and it's just a great memory for you?
Africa, when I went to Gambia. And Kenya. Those places were like memorable because the crowd and the people that appreciate the music.
I imagine they've got great energy.
Yeah, they got great energy and they love the music. So these are places that I really think. I like performing in Europe too and in America. I remember once I did a show at SOB's in New York. That was like a phenomenal show as well. So there are certain shows that stay in my mind. There are certain shows that stay in my mind that were very good shows and things, but I really couldn't direct and say this show and that show.
Right, yeah. Okay, that's good. And what other genres of music do you enjoy?
Well, I say I listen to ska, dancehall. If it's conscious dancehall, I listen to dancehall as well. Then you have R&B, because soul, this is Jamaica. Grew up in Jamaica. It was only since 1990 they start have a full-time reggae show, reggae radio. So before that, we get used to playing, growing up with all kind of music, a lot of American music and things, so man, I have a wide range.
So professionally, what's your goal now in terms of what you hope to do going forward?
Well, I just give God thanks that I'm here to be able to still sing, and still carry out the works. And I just want to be able to continue to sing as long as the Almighty give me breath, as long as I have life. I just want to keep singing because I love singing. I love to see the effect that the music has on people. I love when I sing that somebody come to me and say, well, Mikey, that song touched me. Those are the things that inspire me more than anything else. The money is good still because I'm able to feed my family and take care of them. So I give thanks for that as well. But the real enjoyment is to see the reaction from people.
So let's say you wasn't doing music. What other job do you think, or area in business maybe, or whatever, do you think you would have moved into or done or explored?
I always love music, but I dabble in little farming as well.
Farming, okay, so just growing your own produce and things. Any particular vegetable or plant or fruit?
Mostly I plant coconut and banana and breadfruit and stuff. Those are the things.
Do you still do that on the side, or is that something that you would like to do? What have you grown recently?
No, man, I'm still at it.
I'm still at it.
Stop your finger. Right. Bridget.
So if you could go back in time, what would you do differently?
If I
could go back in time, what would you do?
I would have studied the music part, the business part of the music. I'd have learned that more. There's so many ways to get money out of the music now. Enough of these young kids, they don't really love the music like our generation. Our generation love the music for what it is. They don't love the music, they love the business side of the music, and they get lucrative out of it. And we're glad for that, and we appreciate it that they're able to make money out of it. Because when we were growing up, we always hear our parents say, music and a pension, music and a pension. So that was like a way to discourage us from trying to stay in the music, But man.
And it's great that you stayed in despite parents
despite the parents, because I love it. And as I said, The Almighty has blessed me that I'm able to feed my children and my family out of it, you know? Yeah.
So if you say you was the most powerful man in the music industry, what kind of changes would you make and what would you do?
Well, first thing I'd do is make sure they play positive music on the radio.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because some of them act like say music don't influence people.
Yeah.
Well, we know that music influences people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Music is more than just art. It's life as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they say art follows life. So one of my main things I do is instill, I force all radio stations to play positive music. Yeah, to give the people a positive mindset. You know what I mean? Another thing I would is encourage the development of young artists. Because there are so many artists out there who have not gotten that break, you know?
Yeah.
There's my Virgin Babatunde, Ayatunde now, and even Virgin there, and these are good artists, many good artists out there, and because of favoritism until they don't get the music out there, the music don't play. You know what I mean? So it just shows you that there's a lot of corruption in the music as well. You know what I mean? You have to know it's like a boys' club, and you have gatekeepers. You know what I mean? So I'd bust up that all that link with all those gatekeepers. That means anybody from them have a good song and them can perform good and can deliver, they will be able to make it, you know?
Nice. And to be fair, I mean, in our time, and you've come over to Jamaica for so many years now, but there's just so much talent, you know.
Exactly.
So much talent just out there on the streets, you know, just everywhere. It would be great if everyone could just be given that opportunity, that platform, you know, to be able to be, you know, shine.
Show their talent.
Show their talent and shine, you know. And that's what we try to do, what we do with our YouTube channel. So,
thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so what song of yours are you most proud of?
Well, I have so many songs I've done, I couldn't really tell you which one is I'm most proud of, but there's a couple of songs that are favorites of mine, you know.
Which ones are they? Just give me a little snippet.
There's one named Never Alone, and it's because it talks about my lifestyle and what I've been through.
Yeah.
You know, that's a very important song, right? Right through my life, I can recall from I was young and very small, how much times I rise, so many times I fall. Jah was with me through it all. Here I am, a man today, and I can truly and proudly say that even when I went astray, Jah was with me all the way, Never alone, never alone will I be. Jah is with me on my journey, So it's a personal song about my life,
right?
But I know other people can relate to it.
Yes,
so.
I can relate to that as you start singing. So
Beautiful,
lovely. Okay, so when you perform, and I guess probably not so much now because you're so experienced, but do you ever get nervous? Like, get on the stage
don't let any artist fool you. Don't let any artist fool you. Every artist, from the biggest to the smallest, before you hit that stage, you could have named Beres Aman, Buju Banton, you could have named Lauren Ed, you could have named everything. And before you hit that stage, the stomach always get a little tight before you hit that stage. Is when you know you could be confident. You can be confident and all that, but you still get that little feeling before you hit that stage because you don't know the reaction of the people. You know
How do you deal with that then?
how you deal with it is just that you just, you have to just push it aside and just know that, hey, I'm just gonna step forward in a confident style and with a confident manner and just go up here and, for me, I like to bless the people in the name of His Imperial Majesty, that it kind of free me up and give me that purpose. That give me that purpose. Yes. Okay. So that is one of the ways I break it,
Yeah. And I'm guessing, when you're nervous as well, it's easy to get a mental block. When you forget your lyrics and things. What do you do? Do you style it out? How do you cover it up?
No. You see, the thing is, well, as we say, everybody before they go on stage, they might feel it, but when you hit the stage, it's a different thing.
Okay.
It's like a different thing chipping. That personality is chipping, and you just deliver. You remember all the words, remember all the melodies, everything.
Okay, right. So, say there's new up and coming, as we've been saying, artists coming up and coming artists and beginners. What kind of advice would you give them coming into the music industry?
Well, as I said, I wish that I had learned the business side of the music before. So I would tell them to encourage them to learn the business side of the music. And also, if they are DJs or singers, I would encourage them to do a little voice training.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And I would encourage them to keep themselves healthy, eat proper food and things, so that they can, because this music thing, especially when you get a break, it can be very hackling.
Right.
You end up doing 5-6 shows for the, for the week, and your body have to be right to be able to deliver every show. So fitness is important.
So you're saying building yourself up physically, mentally as well.
Mentally and
spiritually. Right. All right. So what can the people, the audience, all these lovely people out there watching, expect from you in the coming future?
Well, I have a new album that I'm currently working on. It's not finished yet. There are other songs that are gonna be coming out. But I have quite a few new singles on the street as well. So I've been doing work and I'll continue to do the work.
Well, thank you so much for that. Just a final one to just wrap up. What is your message to Don Sinclair, myself, and Really Cooley in terms of the work that we're doing?
Well, I want to tell you, and I really appreciate this work that you are doing. Because it's very good, elevating and documenting sound system and reggae culture. This is a very good book. I'm just waiting for the other editions. Because as I told him, as I told Dan Sinclair, this is a big thing. And if you really get all the sound systems behind it, it would be really good. Because the thing is, they have books like these, but they were not told by our people. They were told by other people. So when our people tell the story, it's a different thing. So that's why we're glad to see what Dan Sinclair is doing. And we just ask him to keep up the work, You and Unruly Coley, Where we get that name there? Popcorn, Unruly Squad, Unruly Coley, man.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much too.
Look out for the album and the music that's coming out, and of course the editions that will be following shortly soon.
If you want to get in touch with Mikey General, you can get me on Instagram, Mikey General 7 on Instagram. I'm also on TikTok and also on Facebook. Mikey General on Facebook. The link is there.
Find him, follow him, subscribe. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Blessed.